Good morning, students. Welcome to EVS revision class. Today we are going to do revision of Unit 2. Make sure you have your student reader with you. So let's begin the class. So our first topic is breathing. Now what is breathing? The process of taking in air through our nose is called breathing in or inhalation. Second is exhalation. Now what is exhalation? The process of releasing air through the nose is called breathing out or exhalation. When we breathe out, when we release air out through our nose is called breathing out or exhalation. Now one exhalation and one inhalation. Exhalation when we release out air and inhalation when we breathe in air. So one exhalation and one inhalation makes up one breathe. Clear? The process of breathing continuously is called respiration. So respiration is a process in which we breathe continuously. Different organs help us in this process and together they form the respiratory system. So when we breathe in, breathe out, so many organs helps. So different organ helps us in this process and together they form the respiratory system. As you can see the diagram, from here we breathe in. This is chest, where chest expand, and this is diaphragm. So when diaphragm contracts, it pulls the lungs down, like this diaphragm, when it will contract, so it will pull the lung down, and rib cage also moves down and creates space for lungs to expand. And when we inhale, the air is pulled into this enlarged space. So by this you will learn this very simply. So when diaphragm contracts, it pulls lungs down, so then we inhale. Okay. Now in exhalation, what happens? When diaphragm expand, it pushes lungs upwards. Earlier it was this diaphragm was pulling it downwards, now it goes upwards. So when diaphragm expand, it pushes lungs upward and air is sent out of the lung. It is coming out. Earlier it was coming in, now it is coming out. The rib cage also moves upwards, reducing the space for the lungs. Same. So diaphragm expand, so it pushes lungs up and we exhale. Moving ahead to the next topic, we will learn about parts of respiratory system. There are total 9 parts in our respiratory system. First one is nasal cavity. Second is nostril, then pharynx, trachea, bronchioles, right bronchus, left bronchus, alveoli, right lung and left lung. Let's learn what are the functions of different organs of our respiratory system. So first one is nostril. Our nose has 2 nostrils that let the air in. So we all know that we have 2 nostrils from where we breathe in. And nostrils have hair called cilia that trap dust particles present in the air. As we breathe in, lot of dust enters, so it traps all those dust particles present in the air. Second part is nasal cavity. Now how nasal cavity helps us? Nostril lead to the nasal cavity through which air passes into our body. As you can see, this is nasal cavity. From here, air passes in our body. The nasal cavity has mucus. It has mucus that moisten the air. When we breathe in air, that due to mucus which is present in the nasal cavity, it moistens the air. The third part is pharynx. So this is a tube that connects nasal cavity to trachea. As you can see, this is a tube like structure. It connects nasal cavity and trachea. Now next is trachea. Trachea is the windpipe through which air passes to the lungs. So it is a pipe like structure. It is a windpipe through which air passes to the lungs. Now next is lungs. Lungs are the main respiratory organ and are located on the both side of the chest cavity. And lungs are pink in color. The color of the lungs, it is pink. And they are spongy. Why they are spongy? Due to the presence of air space and large number of blood capillaries filled with blood. Next is right bronchus, left bronchus and bronchioles. So bronchi. Inside the lungs, the trachea divides into two tubes called bronchi. As this is trachea, divides into two tubes, that is called bronchi. In singular, we used to say bronchus, right bronchus, left bronchus. Now what is bronchioles? Each bronchus further divides into tiny branches. It has all those tiny branches called bronchioles. Next is alveoli. Bronchioles terminates into tiny air sacs called alveoli. The alveoli have very thin wall. Okay, it has very thin wall. And diaphragm we have studied. So this is called diaphragm. It used to pull down. Yes. So this is that flat muscle. Now let me ask you a few questions. So first question is, which bone protects our lungs? One bone is there, so that protects our lungs, our all inner organ. So that is rib cage. Rib cage protects our lungs. Okay, so second question is, what are the two processes that makes up one breath? I have explained, we have revised now also. So that is inhalation and exhalation. Okay, so next question, what is diaphragm? Just now we have revised. Yes, so you can answer this question by saying a muscle below the lungs. So there is a muscle just below the lung and that muscle is called diaphragm. So next question, which organ system is involved with transporting the oxygenated blood to the different organs? Which organ system I'm asking? Yeah, the circulatory system, help us to transport the oxygenated blood to all part of our body. Next topic is breathing rate. What is breathing rate? The number of times a person breathes in 1 minute is called breathing rate. So in 1 minute, how many times we breathe? That is breathing rate. So on an average, an adult human being at rest breathe 15 to 18 times in a minute. And when an adult is doing some exercise, so the breathing rate increases to 25 per minute. So when we are at rest, that time we breathe up to 15 to 18 times in a minute. When we exercise, it increases to 25 per minute or even more. Okay, moving ahead to the next topic. Now we will learn about excretion in humans. What is excretion? Excretion is the removal of waste material from our body. So when we remove waste material from our body, that is excretion. And there are two types of excretion. One is ejection and second one is urination. What is ejection? It is the process in which the undigested food and the other waste product are excreted from our body. So all those waste products, solid undigested food, they are collected in the large intestine, and then all that products are being expelled through anus in the form of feces. Second is urination. In urination, what happens? It is the process in which we eliminate toxic waste such as urea, which is a chemical, and the extra water from the body. And how this system works? The urinary system is involved in this type of excretion. So whatever toxins are there in our body and the extra water is there, that is being expelled from the body with the help of urinary system. Let's learn about parts of urinary system. The first part is kidneys. Kidneys are bean-shaped organs and they are reddish brown in color. Next is ureters. Ureters are tube-like structure that connects the kidneys to the urinary bladder. So it is a tube-like structure and connects kidneys to the urinary bladder. Next is urinary bladder. So large elastic muscular bag-like organ. So it is a large elastic muscular bag-like organ, and it is under our navel or belly button. You all know here, like in our body, here is the navel, nabhi we used to say in Hindi. So urinary bladder is just under the navel or the belly button. Next is urethra. So urethra is this part. It connects the urinary bladder and allows urine to pass through a small opening, different in males and females. So through urethra we excrete urine from our body. Okay, so that's it for today's revision. Please go through all the topics carefully. See the video again. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me, and the remaining topics we will cover in the next video. I hope you all will do the revision properly. Thank you.